Okay. Hi YouTube, I am just within 30 seconds of going on. Here we go, clicking the button for Facebook Live. Here we go. It is January 3rd, 2019, and here we go. Hi everybody, welcome to Facebook Live with Ruth Theresa. I am so excited to be here with you. It's the first one of 2019, so I'm so excited. I've got a couple of things to tell y'all about. One of the things is I've noticed that a lot of people have been having issues connecting with me online, and I would say the best way to get around that is, first off, number one, friend me on Facebook. That helps. Go to my page and like the page. And then usually on Monday or Tuesday of that week, I will post about Facebook Live, and you should come on and like it, and it will give you all the updates, and I will tell you I'm an hour out, I'm 2 hours out, whatever it is. Hi, Miss Kylie. So if you had any problems or any issues, make sure that you're doing that. For some reason, I'm not getting all the questions online that I should be getting, so it's something that I'm aware of, and some of them I don't even see until afterwards. So definitely connect with me in that realm, and I am so excited to have you guys with me today. Hello, Miss Carrie. If y'all have a question, make sure you ask one question per night. So tonight you got one question, any one question you want. Make sure it's clear. If you're asking about like a job change, you want to make sure that you're asking about a job change in 2019, the beginning of 2019, like the first 3 months of 2019. So you want to make sure that you're really clear with your question. If not, I have to ask you a question, and then you got to get back to me with your original question. So ask your questions. So I also have a New Year, New You group reading, which I do have every year. It'll be January 26, 2019. It'll be in my home in Sugar Land, Texas. I will be doing an angel card reading. I will do an angel card for every month of the year and answering your questions that way. So I'll do that. I will, hi, Miss Iva. So I will answer your question for each month during my New Year, New You, and I will, Amber, that question is too broad. You need to tell me if you want it in your career, your family, love life. If 2019, you only get one question, and that's like way too broad. So hi, Miss Alicia, how are you doing? Make sure that you're on. I will be doing a group reading January 26, 2019 here at my house in Sugar Land. We'll do an angel card reading, one for each month of the year, and then I'll do a special reading out for your birthday month, and then we will finish with an open to the floor for 2 hours reading any questions that you have at that time. Tonight, every night when we do Thursday Night Live, you get one question only. So make sure that you're clear. Like Amber asked, what do you see for me happening in 2019? That's too broad. You need to tell me if it's in your career you want me to look, if it's in your love life. So tell me where to look at. Okay, let's see. Sandra, Sophia, look at my love life, please. So Miss Sandra, I'm going to pull you a card, the card I get for you, and I'm sorry, my cards are upside down, so I need to flip over and do it. So Miss Sandra, hold on. Let's go again. I have like 3 cards popping out for you, and it's not this one. Okay, so I get freedom is the card I pull for you, Sandra Sophia. Your love life has a lot of freedom coming in it, and that doesn't mean that you're free to love everybody. It just means that there's someone coming in that has a lot of freedom in their mindset, and you have a lot of freedom in your mindset of what you do and do not want about a mate. So make sure that you're really clear. And sometimes when we do that, what we end up doing is kind of just accepting everybody, and it's not something that we get really clear about. So it's one of those when you've got to get clear. You've got to get clear about what you want in your man. You got to get clear. Okay, so Miss Carrie, Okay, so it's my first time tonight back home since my brother died. Is there anything he needs to tell me? Carrie, there's a lot of stuff. That man won't, he's already been bothering me for hours, so he's a little turd sometimes. I love him, but he's a turd. So let's see, Carrie, I get that he loves you. There was nothing that he wanted you to do at that point. It was kind of something that I don't want to say was meant to happen, because it wasn't that at all. It's one of those, he would not have been able to handle staying on this life and being impaired. He just was too much of a free spirit and too much of a person that couldn't handle being tied down to a bed frame or anything else and not being able to move around. But he loves you. He is now working on your side, on the other side, in the court case. There's a lot of energy surrounding that, and I also do realize that he is with your dad that is already passed, so there's some healing energy between them, and some communication that I think your brother needed to make for a long time with your dad, and just kind of being able to talk things through with him. But they are there together, they are doing well, and they have a lot more messages for you in the time to come. So I just wanted to let you know that they are there and on your side. Let's see, let's go to Victoria. Hello, Ruth. Who is the young man in my dream today with my grandmother? Okay, Victoria, who is the guy? He's connected to your grandmother, so I want to say that it is a child that she had that was miscarried or wasn't delivered correctly, or that she was pregnant and then miscarried so soon that she didn't even realize it. But it is her child, it is her son that she would have given birth to. But it's one of those, I feel like it was not a healthy, it only lasted, he was only in her womb, if you want to be serious about it, for about 2 weeks. So that's something that he is coming back in and coming back into the fold of the family. I do feel like he will be coming into the family again soon, probably in the next 5 to 6 years, almost into the 3 to 6 year time frame is what they're telling me. So he's coming back in soon. Let's see, Alicia, hello. Will you find true love in the new year? I do feel a yes with that, and I'm going to pull a card for you. So the card I pull for you is Truth and Integrity. So what I want you to understand is there is some new love coming at you. Make sure that he is standing in his truth and his integrity with you. I feel like in the past that you've had people around you that are not standing in their own integrity, and when it comes to a relationship, that's something that's really, really important, that he be truthful and honest. And not that I feel like he needs to throw everything at you the first time he meets you, but he needs to be very truthful and very honest, and moving the energy so he is very truthful when he talks about his past relationships, things that are going on with him, and that's really, really important for you to find that this time. I feel like that's something that you haven't had. Hi, Miss Carla. I'm doing great. Stacy has one for us. Stacy, hi, Ruth. Why do I have... Okay, so Stacy, a lot of us have, especially people that have higher energy, will have issues with computer systems. I've shut down all of Walmart one time. It was one of those, it was crazy. I was having a bad day and my energy was really spiked high, and I shut down the whole computer system for about 2 minutes, and it was crazy. So know that that's something that you need to do, and you need to keep grounding yourself. Just like when you plug something into the wall, you need to keep it grounded, make sure it has a ground to it. So you need to make sure that you're grounding yourself before you touch your electronics. My grand went to foster. Okay, Carla, I'm not understanding your question. My ground went to foster. When will we get them back? Is that your grandchildren? Is that what you're asking? My grandchildren went into foster care. I do feel like there's going to be a little bit of a fight with getting the grandchildren back. I would say that the whole situation will be over by March. So that's kind of a good thing, because this kind of situation can drag on and on and on. So I'm wanting you to understand that there are some other issues behind there, and things will be cleared up, but it won't happen until like the very beginning of February, and then the whole thing put to rest until sometime in March. So let's see. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I got it, Carla. Thank you so much. Henia is wondering about her health. So I'm going to pull a card for you, Henia. So for your health. And I get is balance. Balance is the card I get for you. So balance is something that can be very difficult for you, Henia. You give so much of your heart into everything that you do. Everything that you do is you put your whole heart and soul into, and that is something that is hard for you to pull back and kind of find the balance in there. So I want you to understand that it's important. It's important to keep that balance. It's important to keep your balance with what's going on. Make sure that you take time for yourself, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes, to make sure that you take time for yourself to bring yourself back into relaxation. Meditating for you, Henia, would be very important and very special for you, and get you an amazing connection. So I want you to understand that that is something really important for you. Okay. Things are not moving. Here we go. See, Stacy, I have computer issues too. Okay. Amber comes back with, okay, so hold on. Here we go. Cassandra Pearl. Does my papa have a message for me? One of the things I get for you, Cassandra, is something that he is very proud of you. It's one of those, you've always been a very special person for him, so he is just excited about what you're doing in your career right now, and I feel like you're kind of still maybe in school, things are going on, but I would say keep going forward with your career. It's one of those, it is going to pay off in scads, and your papa is with you all the time. So I want you to understand that he is with you no matter where you are, if you're close to family or not. He does have a special message for you, that he loves you very much, and he's so excited about this next phases of your life coming in. So he is so excited about what's about to happen for you. So I am, thank you, Miss Carrie, you're very welcome. Will my husband and I... Okay. Ivana, okay, I'm going to pronounce it that way, Ivana. I don't necessarily, unless you really start working on getting pregnant this year, I don't think it's going to happen. It may be a pregnancy late this year, but I don't feel the baby coming in 2020. 2020 is kind of where I feel, and kind of more that very beginning of 2020. So I would say not necessarily January, but February or March. So getting pregnant late this year and bringing that in to you then. I know a couple of y'all are already jumped on and jumped off, but if I've given you a reading and you enjoyed it, if you would go to my Facebook page, oneinspiringwoman.com, and leave me a review of any type, that would be awesome. I would love for that. It's one of those. Okay, so Katie has, how does January seem so far for you? January, Katie, January. Ooh, January does not feel like a really good month. I feel, okay. So the card I pull for you is power. And I feel like what you need to do is almost like this angel is pulling in power to her. So Katie, that's what you've got to pull in. I feel like there's some turmoil in your January coming at you. If not, there's a lot of things that are keen or triggering you from Januaries in the past. So I want you to do some energy work with that, and start to change your thinking about it, and start telling yourself January is a great month. I love restarting my new year, that sort of thing, and start pushing some better energy in there so that you get a better January, because I kind of feel like your energy is kind of up and down, up and down. So if there's some triggers for you in the past in January, make sure that you let those go. and allow yourself to have an amazing January. January is a really good time of year where I kind of rethink kind of my whole year and getting some things reorganized and see if this works compared to this, the way this works. And so it's a really great, powerful time to restart everything that's going on with you. So it's one of those. Let's see. Karen, yes, you did finally find me. Any more definite timeline for my grandsons to come? Okay, so Karen, I do feel like they're coming home. It's one of those, I'm not getting a definite time frame for that, so let me ask angel cards. They give me. Okay, so one of the things that I'm getting, I don't know if you can see the card, this is study. And so I feel like you need to acclimate yourself to what's going on and find some better way to communicate with the people that you're dealing with the court system, with the CPS or whatever services that's going on in that area. I want to make sure that you study what they talk about and do exactly what they've asked you to do. But it's one of those, there's some other pamphlets that you can get or some other information. So you make sure you're going to, if you do this, if you start doing your study work on this, they're coming back way, way, way sooner. And it's one of those, and it's going to start doing that. So you need to know what your rights are, what you're able to do, and what you're able to deal with in this. So that's the most important part, that you've got that. So hi Miss Lori, hi Miss Tony, I'm glad y'all are joining us this evening. So Alicia, you're very welcome. Tony, I'm glad you can hear me, that's always a good one. Lori, will you interpret my dream where I do feel like it's something that may have happened in a past life for you, that you were stalked by someone that maybe that you didn't care for, and it's that energy time frame that's coming back up for you. And this is kind of triggered by someone that you were around over the last like week or so, week to 10 days, somewhere around in there, that it kind of gave you that icky feeling. And it's one of those, or someone was smiling at you and you were kind of like, or feeling like you were getting, you know, hit upon or something like that, and it brought up this being scared. So I want you to be very careful with energy around you. Sometimes when we have really high energy, we can draw people into us and not even realize that we've done that. But this person, I don't feel necessarily has scary energy, but it's triggering you to feel that way, that might be something that's coming back at you. So Diana, where is my papa? Diana. Okay, first off, Diana, he is like, doesn't even like the words that you're saying he's close, because he felt like, he felt like your dad, even if he wasn't physically your dad, he felt like he was your dad. So that's something that he's telling me, that it is something really important for you to understand, like he felt like a father to you, and very important that that energy is around you. So he is always with you. I do feel like there are some changes that are coming for you starting in February, going until the end of March. So beginning of February all the way until the end of March, maybe very beginning of April, but right in that time frame. And this is all brought in by Grandpa. So at first you may go, oh my gosh, this is something scary, something I need to be alerted about. But I want you to understand this is going to be something very positive, and it's going to leap you forward into an advancement of levels and energy and things that are coming at you. So I want you to be very aware that this is something good, not something bad. So Pele, big changes with both mine. Okay. I need you to ask one question only. It just makes it life easier, and make sure that you're direct. It's either ask for your husband, or your husband can get on and ask his own question. That's totally okay. But ask one question. It makes it so much easier. Okay. Hi, Ruth. I'm sorry. Okay. 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 So. So really, I get more of a change in your husband's employment. I do feel like there's going to be money, but it's not going to come right away. I feel like that's going to come a little bit longer. Like he gets the job, the new job, and then the money starts to flow. So it may be a little bit of time delay or something like that. And I do feel like there may be a location change. So I'm not sure if he stays in the same company or if he actually physically changed company. So he picks up and he moves from one to another. So that may be something coming for him. Like I said, it will be more money eventually. So that's something positive for him. My computer is slowing down again. Okay, here we go, here we go. This is going slow again. Okay, here we go. Okay, Tony, can you pull a card for me? Okay, Tony, one card and one card only. Here we go. Tony, 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 Tony. And that's your card right there. And your card is enchantment. So I want you to know that you are enchanting things in your world to draw them to you. So there are many, many enchanted things that are coming your direction. I feel like that's in many different areas. Love, career, family changes, not necessarily a pregnancy, but some changes coming in that area. And so there's many enchanted items coming to you. So what else we got? Okay. Julie Ann wants to, can you tell me about my past life? Okay, I'll answer 2 questions in that area just because past lives are really crazy. So for Julianne, I would say you have, so past lives, you have 1,247 past lives. And you're someone who, the other thing that comes through is that you get a lot of energy that's coming through that you've had a lot of people in your past lives that are now with you in this current life. And so you may have some sticky situations or things that come up and you're kind of like, why are you angry, or why are you mad, or why are you upset? And it's maybe past life stuff that they're bringing into you, to things that weren't taken care of. So, okay. So Kathy, okay, that did not work. Okay. Let me pause this for just a second. Okay, this is not working, guys. Let me try this one more time. Let me try it one more time. Let me pause one more time. I'm restarting my one that goes on. I so apologize, so apologize. There's some heavy energy out there coming at us. We also have our first new moon of the year coming January 5th, and then we also have a meteor shower that's coming at us really soon. So I'm going to give you a few more minutes and see if we can pick up anybody back online, and we'll go for a couple extra minutes once we find some people out there. Okay, Jessica is asking, hi Ruth, I recently met someone and feel a strong connection with them. let me do a reading, because I'm kind of getting a yes and a no, and it may be because you feel excited, scared energy, and I do feel like y'all are in harmony. That's the card I pull for you. So I do feel like there's a harmonious connection between the two of you. It's one of those, he's had a kind of a hard life this lifetime. And so I just want you to understand that it's something that's really important, that y'all talk things through, that you decide how you're going to work in this life together. And you're like, Jessica, you were like truthful person to the max. So you need to make sure that he is a very truthful person in that perspective. So you need to make sure that you have that energy. So if y'all have any questions, you can let me know. I am more than happy to answer any one question that you have. Hi, Miss Doreen, how are you doing? I'm glad y'all can hear me. It's one of those, we're gonna go for a few extra minutes, not too much longer, but if y'all have a question, make sure you ask one question and make sure that you're clear about it. Don't just ask me what's coming in 2019 for you. That's too hard of a question. It's too open for this kind of platform. So if you have any questions, Kathy Nielsen. Okay, so Kathy, you want a card. Okay, the card I get for you is 2019 is your year of celebration. I feel like this is a year kind of similar to mine, where you're going to have a lot of accolades coming at you, a lot of celebrations, a lot of awards that are coming your direction and your way. So get ready for that. I do feel like most of the hard work is behind you. I would say like 90% of the hard work is behind you. So there's some really good things that are coming forward for you. But I want you to understand there's a little bit more hard work, just a little bit more hard work coming at you. And then you're going to start feeling that celebration, those accolades, those awards coming in at you. Hi, Miss Lizzie. I saw that you're coming to my group reading in January. I'm so excited to see you. It's been a long time. So excited to see you. If y'all have any questions, y'all can post a question. Make sure you're clear about it. I do have, like I said, I do have a New Year, New You group reading coming in January 26th here at my home in Sugar Land, Texas. I hope that y'all can join me. It's going to be lots of fun. The first hour, we're going to do an angel card reading. And then the next 2 hours, I'm going to open up the floor and answer any question that y'all have coming at me. So that's something that's really fun and exciting. I did do your card reading. Did you miss it? I don't even know what your card reading was. It's on there. Let me do another one for you, Tony. Hold on. Kathy, if you get a chance to, please go to my Facebook page, One Inspiring Woman, at Ruth Theresa, and leave me a message. It's one of those, I would love for you to give me a review. So Tony, the card I'm pulling for you now is healing, but I feel like this is a short term. There's still some healing to be done from things that have happened on in the last year or so, and that healing is still in process, but I do feel like you're getting to a place in your life that you're finding a little bit more balance, a little more energy coming in at you with some amazing healing stuff on top of it. So, and that is brought into you by Ed, because he's our sweetheart. Michael Miller, what does my marriage hold for me this year? Okay, Mr. Michael. Let's see, Michael. Signs. There are signs all around you about how to fix things or how to change things or how to make things better in your marriage, and to bring in a lot more healing and a lot more love. And I do feel like there's a lot more love to be had in your marriage. There's a lot of things that are changing and coming new in your world, but it's one of those, I would say that there are some signs that you're missing. So make sure that you're looking for those signs from your spouse, and when you find them, make sure that you honor her and you, not just her. Marriage is never 50-50, and marriage is never 100-100. It's always in a balance. So make sure that you honor her, because she's going to definitely honor you. It's going to be an amazing year in your marriage. Okay, Oh, Lizzie, I'm so excited. You and your mom are coming. I thought that was her. I thought it was her. It's one of those. Hi, Ruth. Did you ever get your I did. So if you asked a question earlier, it is on the previous one. It's one of those. And if it's not there, check on, I will post it tomorrow morning onto YouTube and everything. It will have everything on there. I know we were having some issues. I think there was too many people popping on, and so it was kind of slowing things down. Julianne, I know yours was done. I know yours is on, and it's on there. So you'll check it for tomorrow morning. I know it was on there. Sue. Okay, so anybody who's really ready to kind of start your own psychic work, your own energy work, and kind of stepping in your own abilities. Okay, so there's a couple of things. First off is meditate. Meditate is like the basics of the basics of the basics. If you can meditate, and I often tell people I only meditate 3 to 5 minutes a day, but I meditate 3 to 5 times a day. So it's one of those, it's not the amount that you're doing, it's the depth of which you're doing it. I do it in the morning shortly after I wake up. I do it mid-morning. I usually do it lunchtime or shortly after I finish my lunch. I do it mid-afternoon, and then I do one in the evening. So make sure that you're meditating. I have several meditations on my website, which is oneinspiringwoman.com, and you can find several of them there. But you can also go to my YouTube channel. You can go and find a bazillion of them. Find meditation is the best thing. The next thing is find some classes that are in your area. I teach a Psychic 101 class. I've got 2 coming up in January. I've got a weeknight, and then I've got a weekend coming up in January. So if you're in the Houston area, that's something that you can think about. But find classes that are close to you of people that you really feel resonate with. Talk to them for a while before the class. Ask them questions. What are their philosophies? How do they teach it? How do they break down the subjects? All of those things. So make sure you're asking really good questions, and make sure you have a connection with your teachers. You're very welcome, Michael. If you'll leave me a review on my website, on my Facebook page, that would be lovely. Sarah, any messages from your loved ones? Messages. I got like 6 messages on the other side. One of them is, I know there's some changes with your kids that are coming up, and I'm not sure if you're having some issues or kind of thinking about where you're going to go with that. I do feel like it's school related, so there may be some daycare. I kind of know your kids' ages, but not 100%. So it's one of those, there may be some school changes that are coming that you're going to have to really be aware of. So make sure that you're ready to make those changes and ask around. Get input from other people. Okay, let's see. Dorian asked, do you see any career changes for me this year? I do, but I don't feel like they're going to come in until like probably the time frame opens the end of May and goes until July 1st. So that's really where I'm seeing this come in